We're going to talk now about Deck the Halls, which is a sample piece out of my new book called Fingerstyle Guitar Christmas. If you'd like to get your own PDF copy of Deck the Halls, then click the link below and you'll be able to download that for free. Now, before I get into this, if you stick around to the end, I'm going to explain how you can get free tutorials for all of the songs that are in my book. And for a very short time, you can get a Kindle copy of my book for $1. There's no membership required for this. You own it. Amazon ranks their books based on sales and based on reviews. If you like the book, please leave a positive review. That's really going to help me out. And also, if you just want Deck the Halls, the link for that will be down below, and you can just download the PDF file for that. Let's take a look now at the beginning of Deck the Halls. This is actually played in a drop D tuning, so that means that I'm going to have to tune down the E string down to a D. Just set that one up right now. My tuner is going to pick that up. So here's how it starts out. Let's break that down. So the first few measures are coming down, and we're coming down in sixths, if I can say that right, except for the first two notes. This is actually a fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rest of them are sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have the fingering for this in the book, but these are not the only fingerings that you can use. So we'll just ignore the bass notes for now. And what you do is, starting out the 5th fret, if you use the first finger and then go over to the 3rd string with the 3rd finger on the 7th fret. So that'll give us the first two notes. Then go down to the 3rd fret on the 1st string with the 1st finger, and then use the 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And then this gives the 2nd finger an easy path to go down to the 2nd fret of that 3rd string, and then you use the 3rd finger to put down on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. And then the next note is 2 open strings, the 1st and the 3rd string. Altogether it's like this. The next few notes are on strings 2 and 4, and I'm placing my 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and the 3rd finger on the 4th string on the 4th fret. And then we're going back up. So we go from there, open string, and then again on the 2nd fret of string 1 and 3. But instead of using 2 fingers for that, I like to use a bar. So I'm using the 1st finger on both of those, because that gives us a real advantage, which you'll see in a second. Because from there I can put down that last pair of notes right there. Going on from there, the next part is, which is these are all 8th notes, and we're using the same note pairs. So in this case, I'm going to use the bar again. Put those fingers 2 and 3 back to the open strings, and then landing on these 2 again. By using that bar, it makes it possible to play this fairly quickly. So far, I've covered the first 3 measures of this piece, and the next bar is like this. So altogether it goes like this. Now what we need to do is add the bass notes. We start off on the 4th string, and the thumb is just going to be bouncing around between different strings, and it goes like this. The second measure, we're going to use the 6th string, the low D. And then for the 3rd measure, we use the A string, the 5th string. And then for the 4th measure, for the first half of the measure, we're using the A. And then finish off with the low D. Let's move on now to the next 4 measures. This is basically a repeat of that same melody, only this time it's not played with sixths, it's played with individual notes. So it's going to go like this. What we're doing there is adding some different bass notes this time. It's a little bit different. So the first part goes like this. That would have the low D in the bass. And then for the next measure, which is actually measure 6, the bass notes go second fret, open string. And put together, it's like this. Going on to the next part with the sequence of 8th notes, it goes like this. Right, that's at measure 7, and then measure 8 would go like this. Now let's take a look at measures 9 and 10. The bass notes are going to go like this. So putting those together is going to be like this. I'm going to have a finger ready to put down on this A on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So the next 2 measures go like this. I'm using the 3rd finger over on the 6th string, the little finger on the 4th string. Now you can let that one ring. And now I'm using the 2nd finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. So you want to try and hold down that bass note there, and then now I've got 2 and 3 on strings 6 and 2. I would say that part is a little bit more tricky than the first part. Let's go on now to measure 13. So measure 13 is going to be familiar because we just did this. Right? So we did that in the beginning, but this time it's played with the low E. So now there's something a little bit different in measure 14 because it's like this. And here's how I recommend you finger this. If you use the 1st finger on the B, 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, which is the D, and then there you've got 3 open strings, and then we're playing the low D. And then the last part is something a little bit different. And that's it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, stay tuned, and look forward to seeing you soon.